Hey guys, welcome to the Progressive Social Warriors, where we speak truth to power, where we speak truth to the Republican and Democratic Party, but especially the Democratic Party, because that's the reason we have Trump. So I want to discuss the Justice Democrats going against the establishment and how they're starting to get a little nervous about us. And I think it's amazing. I think it's great. I got some clips here that people who follow Justice Democrats, I'm sure, have seen already. But I just want to play them and discuss them a little bit, because I think it's great that they're starting to get scared, because they should be scared, because we're coming for them and we're taking them out one by one. That's what we're gonna do. We're taking them out one by one. F these guys and their bullshit, corporatist bullshit crap that they're trying to pull on us. Let's start this talking about talking with Chuck Todd. You know Chuck Todd, the biggest joker on TV, other than Rachel Maddow, who's another fucking disaster. But this is their interview.
You're going to have a base of the Democratic Party that's so fired up to take on Donald Trump. You're going to have 7 or 8, maybe 10 Democrats who are up for re-election in 2018 in states that Trump carried. And they're very nervous. Are you going to be comfortable watching Joe Manchin or Bob Casey or, if they end up deciding that they've got to work with Trump, it's going to cause a Democratic Party not to be as united in opposition? Is that going to be a problem for you?
Well, I'll tell you, each senator understands their state better than any of the rest of us do. And we want those senators back. And so I'm not going to second guess how they work with the state. I'll certainly work to try to persuade them on issues I care about. Others will as well. But they're going to make their judgment based on their own philosophy, then where their state
Would you encourage activists not to primary those guys and gals?
I would actually. Yeah, I think
that it would be bad for the party, that Manchin shouldn't be primaried, even if you object, because you're better off getting.
I absolutely would not encourage anyone to primary them.
Any of these incumbents?
No, they're wonderful colleagues. They're with us on most of the issues that we care about, and we need them back.
All right, Senator Merkley, I got to leave it there. Thanks for coming in. Good.
So, yeah, they're with us. They're with us, corporatists, the ones who are fucking over the people. Manchin, who's a Republican, basically. They're all Republicans. What am I talking about? The whole Democratic Party is Republican, except for the Bernie Sanders and Tulsi Gabbard and Elizabeth Warren, who I'm a little bit disappointed in. But anyways, she's still... the few progressives that are in the Democratic Party, the rest are Republicans. They're all full of shit. Oh, yeah. I love it. They're gonna primary all of you guys. All of you are getting primaried. No one's safe. I hope that Justice Democrats primary every single one of them. I hope they have enough candidates to primary every single one of them, because they're all bullshit. They all do not want to do anything for you guys. This is Howard Dean, good old Howard Dean, who used to be progressive until he got taken over by money and corporations, and now he's just a Democratic shill. It's very disappointing as well. But anyways, let's see what he has to say.
There are two things going on here. One is something that always happens is with the politicians in Washington are always behind where their base is. These folks are, I'd be a little harsh to say they haven't learned anything since 2006, but they are not where the base is. Mm-hmm. This is one of the extraordinary things about this election has not been discussed, which is for the first time the young people in this country are really mobilized to consider an institutional, joining an institution. They all voted for Obama because he was like them, he was multicultural and so forth. But they're not Democrats.
Right.
Today, they're now working for the Democrats. There's a website that was just put up, and they got 250,000 people to agree to swing left, and they got 1,000 people to agree to run for office. Now, this is unorganized and disorganized, but it's young people for the first time understanding that institutions matter.
Right.
Because what Trump's election is a negation of every single value that somebody under 35 in this country has. They value diversity, they value inclusion, they value pragmatic discussion. They can't stand the dialogue that's going on in Washington because it's always taking blowtorches to each other.
Howard,
that's not where the politicians are yet, but they're going to have to learn to get there because that's where the base is. Yes.
Get a database.
Exactly.
There's a
First of all, they voted for Obama because they thought Obama was progressive, and then found out that nah, he's not progressive. He's just the same as all the rest of them, unfortunately. And they didn't convince anyone to swing to the left. The fucking country is already left. Only your stupid ass little group of people that you speak to think they're center, in the center. In the center of what? In the center of crazy? No one wants to be in the center or the right. Your country is already left. So there's no convincing. There's not much convincing. You just lay out the policies and they're like, yep, those policies sound good to us. Most countries are doing that already. They're not even progressive. They're moderate. In my country, they're moderate. It's not even progressive policies. That's what I'm trying to fight. I'm trying to fight for you guys. I'm trying to fight with you guys to get these policies implemented because you deserve it. You're the richest country and your government is treating you guys like crap. And I'm so happy that they're getting scared. And I hope they get primary to the hill. I hope that they lose every single seat and that the Justice Democrats take over that whole friggin' party. And then we don't have to worry too much about making a left party. Even though I still think that there should be a left party. Don't get me wrong. But I just think Justice Democrats are the quickest way to get progressive agenda done as quick as possible. And I think you can do two things at the same time. I think you can support the Justice Democrats and support a third party that's to the left, because that will swing the Democrats to the left, the corporatist Democrats to the left. But even doing Justice Democrats will swing the Democratic Party to the left. And if you're swinging them to the left, then you can choose. You can choose. Okay, you got this corporate guy and you got this Justice Democrat guy, and okay, let's see which one do I believe? What has this guy done? What is this guy gonna do? You know what I mean? Now you have a choice. No matter what, they're coming to the left. And thank God for Bernie Sanders. Thank God for Bernie Sanders. And I still can't believe that Bernie Sanders didn't get elected. Oh my God. I still can't believe it, man. But I'll tell you one thing right now. If he runs again, which I think he is going to run again, for whatever reason, and if not him, I hope Tulsi Gabbard runs. But if Bernie runs again, it's over. No, it doesn't matter what the media says. It doesn't matter what bullshit they come up with. He's winning. He's gonna I honestly think he'll win almost every single state, because even Republicans are starting to love him, man. With the shit that Donald Trump's about to do and is trying to do, they're already thinking twice. And I know a lot of them voted for Donald Trump just to say F you to the establishment. Okay, that's a lot of people who voted for Trump was for that. And now that Trump's doing the shit that everyone knew he was well, I knew he was gonna do, and a lot of other people did. Bernie Sanders is unbelievable, man. And if you guys missed if he runs again, you guys missed the opportunity to vote on him, and you start listening to your fucking stupid ass CNN, MSNBC, and Fox assholes. Wow, man, that's it. It's like someone who's drunk and you're trying to help them, and you know, and they're asking for help, but then they don't listen and they just continue. At one point, you just have to give up and say, okay, you're on your own. I hope that doesn't happen. I don't think it will, to be honest with you. I think a lot of people have waken up and they're starting to realize that we need to fix shit. We need to fix shit now, and this is bullshit because every other country is doing it, and we also should be doing the same kind of things. I'm not gonna play this whole thing because it's kind of long, but this is also another guy talking about the Justice Democrats. This is Cenk. If you guys don't know, this is one of the founders. So let's hear what he has.
new article out in NBC News, written by Alex Seitz-Wald. So first sentence of his article is, with Democrats facing tough prospects in the midterm elections, will they also have to worry about primary challenges from their left flank? Okay, a little bit later on, he says, but the more radical strain, which led to hundreds of Sanders delegates to walk out of the Democratic National Convention in protest last summer, is still present on the left and emboldened by the loss of Hillary.
That makes me laugh. I have to stop it because that makes me laugh. Radical. Radical. How can you call these people radical when they just released the top 10 happiest countries in the world, and all of them have the stuff that you guys are fighting for, and none of those countries are radical? Sweden, Finland, Canada, Australia, Denmark, none of those countries are radical. People in there, oh my God, radical.
Hillary Clinton, and their belief that, quote, Bernie would have won. Let's unpack 1,000 assumptions that went into that sentence. Okay, then he talks about how they were emboldened by the loss of Hillary Clinton. Another way to write that is, since Hillary Clinton lost to the most unpopular candidate in American history, they were justifiably angry that the establishment let them down and had the wrong strategy. He says that their belief that Bernie would have won. So he continues, while they've yet to prove.
Now, a lot of people say Bernie would have won, and I think Bernie would have won. I'm not too sure if Bernie would have won or not. But I can tell you right now, if Bernie runs again, guaranteed he's going to win. It doesn't matter. No Trump, no one's going to stop him. He's winning, and you'll see his speeches, man. If you think he was filling stadiums, he's going to be filling fucking 2-3 stadiums at a time, man. It's over if he runs again. Oh, let's hope he runs again, man. I like Tulsi too. She can run too, and she'll win. I think she'll win, but Bernie 100% will win.
He's referring to progressives, that they are capable of being any kind of force to be reckoned with. A handful of groups that grew out of the Sanders movement have already begun issuing primary threats against Democratic incumbents. Okay.
Oh, okay. Let me say what I have to say, okay? They're punking us off, man. They're saying straight up, yeah. You guys are a bunch of kids. You're not gonna do shit. You guys are unorganized. That's why I support the Justice Democrats so much, man. Because it's the fastest way to take over that party and show them that we're not fooling around anymore. A third party's great, don't get me wrong, but it's for right now, that's not gonna happen. Bernie Sanders is not gonna, unless Bernie Sanders decides to start a third party, then yes, then absolutely. It'll like this. But Bernie Sanders is not going to do that. We all know Bernie Sanders is not going to do that. That's not the type of person he is. He's not going to sink the Democratic Party because that's what he would do. He would demolish them. It would be over for the Democratic Party. And unfortunately, I guess he knows them. He's friends with them. He doesn't want to do that to them. Even though I did a video that he's not calling out the Democratic Party, he's starting to do that now again. So I love that. But yeah, unless Bernie does that, it's just going to take a while. And so that's why I'm so happy that the Justice Democrats were started. And let me tell you guys one more thing, because I don't want you guys to think like, oh my God, this guy's a pure T. Yes, I love the Justice Democrats. I love that Kyle and Jank, and I forgot the other two guys who started the Justice Democrats. But I don't agree with everything that they say. For example, TYT and Jank and them talking about, not all of them, but some of them talking about the whole Russia thing, I think is bullshit. I think that whole Russia thing is nonsense. I think it doesn't matter in the real world of people's lives, and them discussing it is just taking away time from real matters and real issues, shit that we should be discussing. So don't think that, and don't get me wrong, I love TYT and I think they are progressive, and for the most part I agree with what they stand for, what they say, but there is certain things that I don't. That's one of them. For example, I think the whole Russia thing is ridiculous, and I don't think it matters in anyone's lives. If Russia did or didn't do this or that, and it's bullshit. Who gives a shit? Just focus on real shit.
Then he says, some are betting that the disaffected left is as or more interested in remaking the Democratic Party as it is in fighting President Donald Trump. So he continues, while they've yet to prove, he's referring to progressives, that they are capable of being any kind of force to be reckoned with. A handful of groups that grew out of the Sanders movement have already begun issuing primary threats against Democratic incumbents. Now he comes to the Justice Democrats. Another new group staffed by ex-Sanders aides, Justice Democrats, has less clear plans. He continues, while their audacious talk isn't backed up at the moment, again, what races have we had an opportunity to run? Anyway, they have an innovative model that could be used to run a large slate of candidates on the cheap against possibly dozens of incumbents. Okay, he continues, if they are able to follow through, the result would likely be a massive underfunded token candidates, not necessarily serious challengers. Now, here's another one that I love. He says, Democratic officials say they're not too worried about the primary challenges in the next year's midterm election.
We need to wake up. We need to wake up. We need to organize, and I'm doing something called the Progressive Social Warriors, where I'm trying to promote the Justice Democrats so people know that they're around and they exist and what they're about. I'm going to do another video again on that, because I think I think if we can promote them, it's almost here. 2018 is almost here. 2020 is almost here. It's almost here. We don't want to start doing shit a year before. Let's do it now. Let's start ramping up now. I think Justice Democrats is amazing. If you believe in Bernie Sanders, there's no reason not to believe in the Justice Democrats. It's the same policies. I love the fact that the media and the establishment are now afraid of us, are starting to become afraid of us. Obviously, some of them aren't yet, but they will be, because when they start seeing our numbers grow, then they'll start realizing, oh shit, we're in deep trouble. So anyways, I just wanted to do a video on that because I love the fact that they're starting to be mentioned in the media, and that politicians are starting to take notice of them. And hopefully you guys can support the Justice Democrats. If you don't know what the Justice Democrats are, I always usually leave a link on the bottom of one of the founders, Kyle Kalinske, explaining what they are, just so you can, it's about an hour long if you want to watch it, explaining what they are. But yeah, watch it, get involved, become a member, donate, and let's take our part. Let's take the country back. Let's take the country back, because right now a handful of people are making the decisions, and it's not right. Thanks. Remember, guys, please hit that subscribe button. Also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and follow the Justice Democrats. All the links will be in the description, so you don't have very far to go. Thanks.